Hello, middle school and high school students. How's it going? How's everything going? I hope everything is going well and that things are good and you're either you're hybrid learning, whether you're at home still or you're in the classroom. But either way, I know everybody's looking at their teacher. So hello and welcome. Welcome to week 11 of our social emotional learning. And let's see, where are we at? Oh, we're going to be talking about continuing on our social awareness. But first, I want to just do a quick icebreaker. And this is called choices. So I'm going to ask you two things, like two different choices, and then you have to decide which one you would prefer to do. So I'm going to start with the first question. It says, if you had to choose, excuse me, would you choose to be able to fly or be able to become invisible? Hmm. Would you choose to fly or to become invisible? Interesting question. Um, so again, I think I would want to fly. Just so that I'm able to get to and from places quickly. I can go visit everybody, get there fast without having to drive or walk or anything like that. So mine would be to fly. If you had the choice to be 10 inches taller or 10 inches shorter, what would you choose? So that's 10 inches taller or 10 inches shorter. I am short, so I think that I would want to be like 10 inches taller um, because I'm short. So I think that's what I would want to do. How about you? Last question. If you had to choose, would you be extremely lucky or extremely smart? Extremely lucky or extremely smart? Well, that's a hard one because I can see both of them having great benefits. But I'm going to say extremely smart because I can be extremely smart. Then I think that I could be able to make things and make enough money so that I wouldn't have to need to be lucky. So that's just me. So now you know about Miss Pleasure. Hopefully, you guys learn something about your classmates or about you that you didn't even really think about. So let's do some breathing and come into the room. So um, let's do some square breathing. If you remember, square breathing is where you take your finger and you're gonna breathe in and out, and in and out. Okay. You can actually use your screen to do that. So fingers up. We're gonna do 3 rounds. Ready? Deep breath in. Again. Last time. Thank you. Thank you for that. I needed to do that a little bit. Shrug my shoulders a little bit. So now we're gonna do our check-in. And we're gonna do kind of something different with our check-in today. I'm not gonna show you like any mood or any colors, any words about how you're feeling. I want us to check in with using like weather terms, like you can talking about your internal weather, how you might be feeling. So using words such as sunny and cloudy, rainy, or calm, or chance of storms coming, or whatever that may be. So weather terms. So how are you feeling? I'll give you a couple seconds to think about that. So I will go first. And I am actually feeling sunny today. I woke up just in a happy mood. I don't really know why, but I just was, singing and dancing around the house. My daughter was kind of looking at me like, Mom, it's too early in the morning. But it's just been one of those type of days where I woke up and sunny. So I feel very sunny. It's my weather. So now, what is your weather? What is your internal weather? I'm glad you were able to take a little bit of time and think about that and just check in with those around you. So we're gonna again start keep on with our social awareness topic, and we're gonna move into our indicator this week, which is the diversity and culture. So diversity and culture. So what is diversity? Diversity simply means differences. Like, how are we different from others? How are other countries different from us? How are other schools different from our school? How just how how there are just so many, how a crayon is different than a marker. That's the diversity, okay? And then there's culture. And culture just means what it's all about. What are those things that are around you that shares norms? So it's behaviors and norms. So what do you do in your house that's different from somebody else's house? What are the norms? And like I used before with my elementary video, like at Thanksgiving, our culture and our norm is that we go shopping. We like to shop during that time. It's become part of our norm, part of our behavior. So that is what we mean by that. So let's just take a minute and just, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to watch a quick video about diversity. If I can get it on here, there we go. Sometimes my screen, it hides stuff. So, and here we go.
What is diversity? Sometimes it's what you see. Gender, skin color, age, physical abilities. Sometimes it's what you don't see. Ethnicity, religion, gender identity, sexual orientation, values, beliefs, personality. Our differences define us, allow us to make unique contributions, make life interesting. In administration and planning, we're opening up to embracing diversity, demonstrating respect, creating a welcoming environment, working together.
So, diversity is all of those things that you think of. So, what makes you different? I want you to take a minute. I want you to pause the camera and just think about those things that really make you different. So I hope you were able to really think about what are your differences? What makes you different from other people around you, from your family members, from even your sister and your brother? Like, what makes you different from them? And really pay attention to that, because nothing is alike. Nothing is the same. There might be similarities. There might be things that makes us similar, um, but everybody is unique. Everybody is different, and everybody has differences. And thinking about how do we um, accept and look at other people's differences in this world, in this society, in the community, in our school, in our classmates, each and every day. And that's what I want you to really focus in on this next week. Um, is the diversity and the culture of your classroom. I want you to pay attention to how your classroom or classrooms, as you are moving around, are different from other classrooms, and how there's a certain culture in that classroom, or a certain culture when you're in the cafeteria versus when you are in gym class. So, really becoming aware of those things, becoming very aware. And then I want you to think about how these things affect you. Like, how does others' differences affect you? Example. Um, so you have a classmate who may have a disability. It just maybe be in a wheelchair. How do you view that student in your classroom, and what do you do maybe to kind of help or make things more um, culturally diverse for that student? And that's what I want you to think about, because we're talking about social awareness. We're talking about the people around us and how we're affected by the people around us. Um, so, and when you're out in the community, are there, like, I'm just thinking about somebody in a wheelchair, are there enough ramps for that person to be able to get into the buildings? Are there elevators in your school building? All of that is all because of diversity and culture. So I want you, as middle schoolers and junior high students, to really hone in on those things and thinking about the things that are diverse, like how many different languages might be in our school or in my neighborhood, or how many different actual ethnicities are a part of this community that we live in. You guys are old enough now to really start looking at those things and seeing how it affects you and it makes you who you are. Okay. So that's the assignment. Like, your assignment this week is to just really take on the diversity and cultures all around you, in your home, in your community, everywhere around you, and just say to yourself, how does this and how do these things affect me? And then, like, what can I do about it? Like, if it's something that I might not, I may have a negative feeling towards, how can I possibly fix it so that we can ultimately, and I'm going back to that, ultimately just bring kindness into this world. It's all about kindness. I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to, this time, I'm going to just end, we're going to end with a poem. Because I just think it's one of those things that, you know, poems are always quotes. I think this one might be a quote. Um, and it definitely, I think, says a lot for what we're talking about right now. So I'm going to pull it up and so you can see it. And I love the picture on it because it makes it looks really, really good. But the quote says, the beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people. Think about that. The beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people. Take a minute and just think about that. If everybody was alike, if everyone was alike or similar or acted the same way, how would our society really be? The beauty of the world lies in the diversity of its people. Without diversity, without diversity, so many things that we have invented for us or that we use now, or even who you are, possibly wouldn't be here. So think about that. Think about that this week. And as always, if nobody's told you today that they love you, I do, and I always will. And I will see you real soon. Bye bye. Talk to you later. Diversity, culture this week. I want you to really think about it. Bye bye.